Hi and welcome to this live currency strength indicator table video with me, John, on this Wednesday the 22nd of February. Here we have two types of tables using the same studies but just on different time frames. You can see that we have a trend traders table and a day traders table. Some of the currencies here are highlighted in green. That means there is a confluence between the trading time frames, and that means we can be looking for opportunities on those currencies. So what are the tables telling us today? Well, the tables are telling us that the dollar remains the strongest currency on the trend traders, but is only the second strongest currency on the day traders. The Swiss franc is the second strongest on the trend traders, but only the third strongest on the day traders. The pound is the third strongest on the trend traders and tops our day traders table. On the weak side of things, we've got the yen as the weakest currency. However, the New Zealand dollar is the highlighted currency here as the second weakest on our trend traders, but the third weakest on the day traders. And the Australian dollar is the third weakest on our trend traders and tops our day traders table as the weakest currency. So in today's video, I'm going to be taking a look at our top day traders pair here, pound Aussie. Pound is the first strongest on our day traders. Aussie is the first weakest. We can also see on our trend traders it's featured here as well, both at S3 and W3 respectively. So looking at the potential for pound Oz upside, I'm also going to take a look at Aussie US dollar in this video as well, so make sure you stick around to watch that one. Go down into pound Aussie, then you can see I'm on the weekly time frame here. Price has recently broken through a trend line resistance, so you can see I've put a trend line from this high here, and we've intersected here and most recently through here as well, but price has traded through that trend line resistance now. And I'll be saying to myself, if this closed like this from a weekly time frame perspective at the end of the week, I'd be saying there's a potential the following week for price to continue to trade to the upside, because we're kind of trading between two areas of interest as well. We have the one spot 81.25 handle, which is this level where you can see price has found support and most recently resistance in the past. You can see that we've traded down to the one spot 75 handle and found support. However, most recently we've kind of broken through that level and come to this low in here, which is the one spot 72.50 handle. So looking at that, we can see we're kind of trading between the one spot 72.50 and the one spot 81.25. So that makes me think that we're kind of trading within this almost sort of a range. Now you can see here we had quite a strong aggressive move into this range. So does that suggest that maybe we're going to see another strong aggressive move out of the range and potentially see price come up towards the one spot 9 handle? You know, that's potentially what we could look at in the future. However, I'd need price to close out of this area. If we did get a close this week, from a trend trading perspective, that would be a really good opportunity then to see price trade to the upside. If I go to the daily time frame, you can see that we've only had one close outside of the trend line resistance. So I need to see the second close to give me that confidence to say that yes, price could potentially trade up to our next levels of interest. So if we did get that daily close, what I'd be looking for is for price to come back down into the area of support. So I still have the one spot 75 handle highlighted here, because you can see through this area it did act as resistance until price traded through. So I'd still want to see price come back down to the one spot 75 handle before looking for a move. And the first target would be the one spot 79.50. Second target would be that one spot 81.25 handle. Now that would give us a really nice sort of reward to risk ratio. Would be targeting sort of 450 pips on the first move, 630 pips on the next move. You know, that could be with a potential of like 100 pip stop loss. So that's going to give us a good reward to risk ratio as well if we were to wait for price to come and retest that one spot 75 handle before looking for further opportunities. From a day trading perspective, I'll just go down to the 8 hour. I usually look at a lower time frame for day trading opportunities. However, you can kind of see the exhaustion coming into the market now. We've rallied aggressively to the upside. Now we're starting to see the candles starting to slow down, and most recently price is kind of forming a bit of a reversal candle here. So I wouldn't want to jump into this one long too soon. Like I said, I would want to see price come back down a little bit before seeing the continuation to the upside. And for me, what makes sense at the moment is that 1.75 handle to find support. Alternatively, you could look for kind of a pattern to form. So if price was to, let's say, come back down to the trend line resistance, use it as support and kind of form a bit of a double bottom there, that could also signal a bit of a move to the upside as well. But both narratives really suggest that we want to see a pullback first before looking for any kind of long entries on pound Aussie. But it does, like I say, top our day traders and is featured on the trend traders table. So another currency pair that I wanted to take a look at was Aussie US dollar. The reason being is because Aussie is weakening at the moment. So if we go down to Aussie US dollar, I'm on the day traders, I'm on the daily time frame here, and we can see that price has most recently traded through a key level of support, which is the 0.6875 handle. We broke through trend line support as well, which featured through here. We retested it as resistance, and price is coming down to another level of support. So we do have to be a little bit mindful that the Aussie dollar price is coming into a key area. You've got the 200 moving average here rolling through at the 0.68 as well. So we've got support coming in. So that also kind of adds fuel to our pound Aussie of waiting for a pullback first, because if price does start to find support down at this area, if I was just to drop into an 8-hour time frame, you can see we've come into previous structure lows here. We'll just zoom out a little bit. We've come into previous structure lows here as well. So what we may see is price trade up from this zone here to the next zone of interest around the 0.69, and then price continue to move to the downside. So that's something to consider. And if we are at these lows, which could be a good area to find support, like I said, it means for pound Aussie that we could see a pullback in that market into our level of interest. So I'd say Aussie US dollars at this sort of 0.69 handle up here, and the price of pound Aussie was in at the 1.75 handle, and we did start to see rejections. That could give us a good idea to start looking for pound Aussie longs as well as Aussie US dollar shorts. So that's what I'll be looking for here. Those are the kind of two main currencies in focus. We have focused on some other pairs recently. We've talked about New Zealand US dollar quite frequently as well, so make sure you go and check out those previous videos, and I'll leave it there. Thank you for watching this video update. I hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to speaking to you in the next one.